There's a 96-year-old woman in Oregon who lives alone, cooks, waters her plants, and walks to her mailbox each morning without a single fall in her near century of life. Her name is Eleanor, and when asked her secret, she simply smiled and said, "I just do 3 little movements every morning." Friends, at 96, many people need walkers. Some are bedridden, and some no longer have the memory to know where they are. But Eleanor is different. She remains steady on her own 2 feet, both literally and figuratively. Her doctor once said the miracle isn't her longevity, but that she has never fallen. Because for an older adult, a fall isn't just a matter of a scrape or a sprain. It can be the starting point for a cascade of complications: a hip fracture, becoming bedridden, losing confidence, and a comprehensive decline in health. What makes Eleanor's story so special is not its extraordinariness, but its simplicity. No gym, no equipment, no one to assist her. Just 3 gentle movements, taking less than 5 minutes each morning. But she has done them consistently, without missing a single day for nearly 30 years. And that very habit has kept her body flexible, her knees supple, and her ankles loose. Most importantly, she feels her body every day, making timely adjustments before something goes wrong. In this video, I'm going to share the exact 3 movements Eleanor performs and the reason why they are so incredibly effective. If you are in your 70s, 80s, or simply want to maintain lasting stability, this might be the simplest, most sustainable habit you ever start. And believe me, your body will be grateful to you for a very long time to come. Now let's begin with the first movement, where all stability originates. Movement 1. Slow and steady heel raises while holding a chair. Every morning upon waking, Eleanor walks over to the wooden chair by her window, places both hands on the backrest, stands up straight, and begins her first movement, gently lifting her heels off the ground, then lowering them very slowly, repeating this about 15 times. At a glance, you might think it's just a simple heel raise. But for Eleanor, this is how she awakens her entire balance system in the gentlest way possible. When you lift your heels, all the muscles from your calves and ankles to the small joints in your feet must coordinate smoothly to maintain your center of gravity. These are the muscle groups often neglected when we sit for long periods or when age makes us less mobile than before. Therefore, this gentle warm-up of holding a chair and raising your heels not only improves blood circulation, but also helps wake up your vestibular system, your body's balance control center, early in the day. Thomas, an 84-year-old from Minnesota, was advised by his daughter to try Eleanor's method after a fall in the bathroom. Initially, he thought the movement was too simple to be effective. But after 2 weeks of consistent morning practice, he noticed his steps were steadier, he felt less shaky climbing stairs, and to his biggest surprise, the wobbly feeling when I stand up had almost completely disappeared. The key here is not how high you can lift, but that you do it consistently, with control, and listen to your body. Stand near a sturdy chair, holding on lightly for balance. Then raise your heels. Just an inch or 2 is enough. And then lower them very slowly. There's no need to rush. Let each movement be a rhythmic connection between your mind and body. Every heel raise is a message that says, I am still standing firm. I am still in control of my own 2 feet. You can start tomorrow morning. No mat, no special equipment, just a chair and a little determination, just as Eleanor has done for nearly 30 years. And perhaps true stability sometimes comes from the very simplest of things. Movement 2, walking sideways along a table, 1 slow step at a time. The second movement Eleanor performs each morning sounds simple, yet it's the key to her incredible stability. Walking sideways alongside a table, taking very slow steps, keeping her knees slightly bent, eyes forward, and hands ready to lightly touch the tabletop if needed. She calls it her slow and steady walk, and it's her way of training her balance actively, safely, and very effectively. After the age of 70, many people begin to notice subtle changes in their balance, feeling unsteady when standing up, dizzy when turning, or stumbling easily when walking quickly. The cause isn't necessarily weakness, but that the stabilizing muscles, especially in the hips, knees, ankles, and core, are gradually losing their reflexive ability due to lack of practice. Normal walking helps you move, But walking very slowly helps you regain control over each movement, what science calls proprioception, your sense of your body's position in space. Daniel, a 79-year-old from Arizona, used to be terrified every time he had to cross a rug, simply because he didn't trust his feet to stay balanced long enough to make it. After watching a video about Eleanor's method, he began practicing this sideways walk every morning, moving along the length of his dining table, each step as slow as if he were counting a beat in his head. In less than a month, I dared to walk from the kitchen to the garden without my cane, he shared, and for the first time in years, I felt in control. You don't need a large space, just a long, flat surface, like a kitchen counter, a dining table, or even just down a hallway will do. The important thing is to step very slowly, placing each foot on the ground as if you're talking to it. When you feel a little off balance, pause, take a deep breath, and continue. That is when your nervous system is relearning how to coordinate your brain, eyes, inner ear, and muscles, the essential condition for preventing falls. Remember, walking fast is easy, but walking slowly without falling, that's the real art. Each slow step is a step closer to stability, and every day that passes without a fall is the sweet reward for that persistence. Eleanor has been doing it for decades. You can start too, with just 3 slow steps in the morning instead of 3 months recovering from an avoidable fall. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, drop a 2 in the comments below to let me know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss new videos. Your support helps us continue creating helpful and inspiring content. Movement 3, you're rotating your ankles and knees 10 times each side right after waking up. Right after she wakes up, before even getting out of bed, Eleanor always takes a minute for her third exercise, gently rotating her ankles and knees, 10 circles each way, clockwise and then counterclockwise. For her, this is not just a physical habit, but her way of saying good morning to her body, to every joint and muscle, after a long night of stillness. After 70, joints, especially the ankles and knees, can easily feel stiff first thing in the morning. You might have felt numbness in your feet or needed a few steps to regain your stability. This is because your circulatory system and the ligaments around your joints haven't fully reactivated yet. If you stand up suddenly, it's easy to feel dizzy, lose your balance, or even fall right beside your bed. This joint rotation not only helps lubricate the joint sockets by stimulating the synovial fluid, but it also gets blood flowing to your lower extremities, awakening your balance while you're still seated. Linda, an 82-year-old from Colorado, once slipped and fell in the morning just as she put her feet on the floor. Afterwards, her daughter, a nurse, showed her Eleanor's routine. In just 1 week, the feeling of morning leg stiffness disappeared. I sit on the edge of my bed, rotate my ankles, then my knees, and I can clearly feel my legs are much more ready, she shared. I don't have to hold on to the wall anymore. You can start this tomorrow morning too. While still sitting on your bed, extend one leg and gently rotate your ankle as if you're drawing circles in the air with your big toe. Then gently bring your knee up and rotate it with a small range of motion, enough to warm the joint without pain. Repeat on the other side. It all takes less than 2 minutes, but the effects last all day. Think of this as warming up your engine before you head out into the world, because a pair of steady feet begins with small movements, and a safe day always starts with careful preparation. Eleanor has maintained this habit for nearly 3 decades, as a reminder that age doesn't make us weak. It's neglect that makes us prone to falls. You have complete power to own every step right from the moment the sun begins to rise. At 96, Eleanor has never had a fall, not through luck, but through proactive effort each morning. 3 simple movements: heel raises while holding a chair, slow steps along a table, and ankle and knee rotations right after waking up are the very foundation that has helped her maintain her stability, autonomy, and confidence throughout her aging journey. My friends, not all of us can go for a run or lift weights after 70, but everyone can do what Eleanor has done. Spend a few minutes at the start of the day to listen to your body, awaken your balance system, and nurture steady feet through small, intentional movements. Because a fall doesn't just take away your safety, It takes your confidence, your dignity, and the very independence you've cherished for so long. If you've ever felt wobbly right after waking up or have to steady yourself against a wall when leaving a room, this is your chance to start fresh. No equipment needed, no help required, just you. Try these 3 movements tomorrow morning slowly, fully present in each motion, and you will see your body will respond, your stability will return, and your self-trust will begin to blossom day by day. So I invite you to challenge yourself. Pick one of these 3 exercises and stick with it for the next 7 days. Jot down how you feel after each morning. Maybe you'll start walking lighter, standing up easier, or simply feeling more in control of the little things. Because just like Eleanor, you deserve an older age that isn't defined by the fear of falling, but is nurtured by your own persistence and by listening to your body every single day. If this video resonated with you, share in the comments which one you're going to start with tomorrow. And don't forget to subscribe to continue with us on this journey of living steadily, peacefully, and proactively. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.